think the loss of Kendra will impact this team a lot, as she was a lead scorer, and
almost 400 goals from her.
Yeah, so I think this team's just looking to honestly get back, find that new person that's going to step up, and stay on the right track, and hopefully come out on top on this game.
Yeah, for sure. So you have to get to the draw here.
Sure.
After the national anthem, of course.
Alrighty, looks like the draw's about to start up.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Should be a good one. Wait, we need this.
We have one confirmed.
all right, Caden, what are you expecting out of this match here?
You know, very physical game here today. Expecting
Yeah, for sure.
a lot of hard fouls. Hopefully the Knights use it to their advantage and get some goals.
Yeah, fouls are obviously pretty common in high school, as a lot of girls start their lacrosse journey here in high school. But that just honestly makes the game more exciting, more physical.
For sure.
Yeah. North team is looking promising, though. A lot of young talent here. Also quite a few seniors.
And then Laney Quant is going to take the draw for the first game of first season.
Yeah. Has pretty big expectations after coming off a good season last season. Looking to really be that leader here for the lacrosse team here at North.
Yeah, for sure. One of the lead scorings for the Knights.
Yeah. Here we go. Can feel the tension already. Starting to get physical here.
All right, they're off.
And they're off.
Crusaders win that one.
Running up the field here.
Looks for a pass. Already
a goal here,
Crusaders
yeah.
1-0. That was quick.
Yeah, I mean, talking to some of the players, they're looking to work on that defense here. That's a big thing to look out for. Obviously, giving up the goal early here in the early stages. Obviously, you just got to shake it off and go to the next one.
Yeah, you know, not a great feeling getting scored on 11 seconds into the game. But you know what? You got to win the face-off and get a goal right here.
For sure, for sure. Hopefully North could be on track to get this next one here.
They're back at the draw here. Running it back for round 2.
Another foul looks like here. Early foul. Looks like it's going to be a
redo here.
Redo. To feel, you know.
The tension.
Yeah. Let's see.
confusion there.
Yeah. Just, I guess, not looking to get a foul super early. Make sure it's right after that last one.
And
it's
Quan
up.
wins that one.
Yeah. Running down the
Looks
field.
For a pass.
Oh.
Oh, 2 on her. Gives it up here. Up
What a
the field to Ari
pass.
Larson.
Yeah, that's a nice pass.
Looking for an opening and saved by Nance.
There we go. Oh, it's loud. So they're getting it back here.
Looking
like
up
I was
the field. Wide open.
Like I was saying, this defense is their strong spot here at North, but
And a shot and a goal.
just as I was saying that,
Yep.
but, you know, it's Crusaders
Not
offense.
the start we were looking for here today, but
yeah. Just looking honestly to get back here. Hopefully generate some offense, get some points on the board, and then right back in it. You know, if they could put up 2 points in a little bit, then so can we.
Yep.
So can North.
And that goal was by Gwenny Roberts, number 12, as the Crusaders take a 2-0 lead here. Back to the draw for round 3 here.
Yeah. Ref just making sure it looks right here for the off.
Ground ball here. Laney with possession. Turnover.
Let's look out for this defense.
You know, Grace Illy taking it up the field. Shot on goal, save.
Crusaders offense is looking to attack quickly and, you know, not trying to pass, you know, if they find an open shot, but just looking to
Crusaders
score
back on the attack here.
Ground ball.
Knights trying to recover. And foul. Oh. Laney taking up the ball here.
Looks like there's a foul on the play.
Ref blows this one dead here.
Today is Lacrosse's Pink Out game for breast cancer awareness here. We were wearing pink warm-ups earlier, and then we got some pink attire in the stands here now. So it's an important game here for North, honestly for both teams, but as North's hosting, important game here for them.
For sure.
Looks like another foul on the play.
Yep, going out. Knights ball here. Ari Larson just looking for a pass here.
Pops that one up.
It's a Correctler who's committed for Lacrosse, actually.
Yeah. Oh. Little mistake there.
Ground ball here. Looking for some possession. Kick save. Crusaders ball. So they look quick on the attack here. Going in on the arc. Finding a pass. Gwenny Roberts shot. No good. Saved by the Knights. Looking to go downfield with Laney Kwan. It's a ground ball here.
Again, looking to attack quickly, not wasting the passing, just trying to go straight for that goal right there. You know?
Really just penetrating the defense here.
Yeah.
Keep shooting. You know, Crusaders are doing well here. Just Knights haven't got much offense going. Haven't been on the other side of the 50 really at all.
Yeah. Crusaders definitely an attack first mindset here. And which hasn't been good for North because they're just stuck in this defensive position and you can only defend so many, you know?
Yeah. Downard looking for a pass at the top of the arc here.
We're seeing here a little passing action. We got some contact there from Laney Quant.
Some good defense there for sure. Something we haven't seen all day yet.
Really face guarding them now, trying to get up in a little closer than they were. Looks like a change of game plan maybe.
You know, St. Dom right here has connected a lot of passes and a shot. Good save by the goalie. You know, one of the things I see here is St. Dom is really connecting their passes, and that's something the Knights are just not. They just...
For sure.
Kind of like in soccer, kick and run. They just chuck it down the field, and they can't really connect any passes.
Yeah, just hoping for the best.
That's been the one thing separating them here today. So we're 5 minutes in here.
But, that's just some early season struggles. You can always come back from that,
Yep,
work
for
on
sure.
it.
Just something you picked up on here.
I mean, they've only had one game, so just, getting used to that
And
chemistry.
Wow. Another goal. That one by McKenna Schmidt. Crusaders up to a 3-0 lead here. The Knights need to get something going here and hopes to get back in the game here.
For sure. And McKenna Schmidt is actually a freshman starting, so, St. Dom has some early young talent here.
For sure. Definitely a bigger lacrosse school.
For sure, yeah. Program here at North is, decent size. Definitely doesn't have the lowest amount, but, we got a C team, JV.
For sure. And we're back to the draw here. Kind of reminds me of a hockey face-off.
Yeah, it kind of does. I feel like there's like a little more tension though, because they have to wait a little longer.
Do.
It's like, got to make sure that ball is perfect.
Yep.
Boom, there we go.
And ground ball here, right off the rip. Laney playing some tough defense, gets around her. And a
Pass
turnover,
does not connect.
Interception here.
Nice little spin move.
Running around the defense here, looking for a pass, hopefully. And there's a minor on the play.
Yeah.
And
someone tripped, maybe.
Little push, that's all.
Yeah. I mean, it's a physical game.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think people realize how, tough lacrosse is. You're running up and down the field and
swings it to Ari Larson here. Oh, a little behind the back from Roberts. Looking for a pass to Quant.
Early turnover.
Oh, ground ball. It's in the air. Going out. That's killer. You're inside the 8 arc.
Can't be making those mistakes that close to the net there,
Quant loves to do that. Oh, little bounce pass into the soccer net, through the soccer net.
All the way back behind the track now. Just getting a new ball in.
Knights ball here.
Good hustle. What are we seeing, Caden?
They're possessing the ball, which they haven't all game. And Lexi Merritt here. Ooh, top of the goal
shot
here.
Attempt. But yeah, I mean they're finally starting to at least see
Crusaders
offense.
They keep connecting passes. Maybe not.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that too. But again, this team could have been playing with each other for a while.
Prince their shot on goal. Nice save. A lot of saves, but also a lot of goals given up here early in the game.
Honestly, it just comes down to the amount of shot attempts they've had. You're going to give up a few, but they've also taken quite a few. So, not terrible start off from North here. Pretty good start from St. Dom.
For sure. She runs up with it, looking for a pass. Just chucks it up right to the other team. Interception here.
So it looks like a 1v4 as more people start to come down.
Another save. She's keeping us in the game here.
Yeah.
The Knights here.
Yeah.
For sure. Giving up a couple goals, but also this game could be a lot bigger without those saves.
Yeah. Deficit could be a lot worse right now.
For sure. Keeping it in the game. Roberts looking for a pass. Oh, a little whiff there.
Yeah. A little aggression.
Yeah, good save. May not be fooled. Looking for an open pass, and that's
another interception here for North.
They're just not connecting passes, and it's really killing them. Ooh, little touch and go save there. She scoops it up.
Little cradle action.
Looking for the pass here.
2 girls on her.
Just not connecting those easy passes.
Yeah.
That's killing them. And seemingly unguarded here.
think those passes are the reason they can't generate that much offense here, too. Can't make it down to midway. They're not going to get a lot of shot attempts like St. Dom is.
Yep, for sure. It starts with the defense. If you can't work out the backfield, you're not going to be able to get up to the midfield, and your attacking is not going to be able to get the ball very much.
For sure.
You know. Looks like a timeout is called here with 3:25 to go.
So what have you seen from St. Dom's side, Caden?
You know, they've just been attacking very well, connecting passes, and yeah, it's been a tough one so far, but the Knights can definitely come back.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I've just seen, again, like I've been saying, a lot of attacks from St. Dom's side, and North's kind of just getting bullied right now.
Yeah.
Can't figure out how to stop them.
You know, definitely the underdog coming into the game, but nothing to be shy away from. They could definitely still pull out this one.
Looks like, I'm guessing they'll take a new approach, maybe switch up that defense a little, try to man up, I guess. Is that the word you say? Just honestly trying to work around all those girls by the net. So
yeah, big part of this team is their offense with a lot of seniors on their offensive side. So it's kind of hard as a defense when it's very underclassmen led and your offense is very senior led. So it's kind of hard to get it out that defensive side to get it to your upperclassmen who've been playing.
For sure. Yeah, when you don't really see anything like this, usually that experience factor comes in, and you want that on your team. So
yeah, for sure. Wouldn't be surprised if I saw some of the attackers, like upperclassmen attackers, drop down to the defense to get something going, some leadership.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, for St. Dom's side here, honestly, just
keep doing what you're doing.
Taking the same approach, yeah. Don't fix it if it ain't broken.
For sure. I think it's only 3.
No, they scored.
Oh, they did.
But yeah, 4-0. Great start. Obviously staying on the offensive side, so nothing to complain about here for St. Dom's side. And for North side, got to get that defense working, got to hit those passes, and there you go. You're right back in it if you can get those passes working again.
For sure.
And it looks like St. Dom is hustling back on the field to start up again here. I definitely see potential more aggression here. Game, there's been a lot of hustle, but I haven't seen a lot of,
Yeah, for sure.
physical checking and all that. So
yeah, just a couple minor penalties in the beginning half here.
Maybe looking to bump up that aggression and get in their heads maybe. Just show that they want it more.
For sure.
Looks like we got another. Ball is
up.
live. St. Dom takes that one, but North again.
Kreckler's first one of the season, actually, right there.
Yeah.
And a minor. Knight's favor here. Swings it. Can't connect a pass. Ground ball. Turnover. Oh.
It's all a little kickball maybe there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you were saying, like soccer, it's honestly just throwing it up and hoping for the best kind of right now.
It's like football a little in the sense there. Quarterback is the goalie.
Little Hail Mary
little
or whatever.
Mahomie.
Yeah. Again, looking to get that corner to the middle shot maybe.
And
North
Knight's
takes it
turnover.
up,
Let's go. Taking it up the field here, looking for a pass.
She has the Jets on, taking it all the way up to midcourt by herself. Midfield by herself.
Gives it to Vera here. Looking for a pass.
There we go. There's some passes starting to hit for North. Maybe not. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Happens. Merritt taking the ball here. To Kreckler.
What type of shot do you think they're trying to get here?
I don't know, just kind of the best look possible. Which
Yeah.
Larson with the turnover.
Might get it.
Little check.
Yeah.
Ground ball here. As Crusaders come out with it. Looking for a pass. They connect.
Defense looks prepared. Another wild pass here by St. Dom. But they recover. Looking to score. Another goal here by St. Dom as it's 5-0.
Just pouring on the goals here.
Yeah. Here, not too bad weather conditions here at Francis Howell North. About 60 degrees, a little windy, but pretty overall sunny out. Pretty good conditions here at North.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. Definitely some good weather for some lacrosse here today.
Yeah.
And right after, girls soccer takes on Duchesne. Should be a good game.
For sure. Tension's building up here in the middle. And looking to see who'll get that ball, show more aggression. And St. Dom. Oh, and she's tripped up. North ball here. Honestly, that was one of the first more physical fouls of the game here by St. Dom.
Definitely has been a clean affair.
For sure, not what I was really expecting here early in the season. I thought those was going to be like a mistake they're going to work on like cleaning up later in the season, but it looks like they have them all cleaned up here.
Pretty sure. And Quan's going to start with it here. Just kind of sitting with it, waiting on the ref here.
Yeah. Seeing what options she has. Looks pretty covered, though. Still waiting for that whistle here.
You know, clock still's going. And behind her, you know, that immediate pressure is big.
Yeah, that's a 3v1 there.
And
she's out of,
gets fouled.
Yeah. Keeps going.
Passes it on.
Honestly, but that was pretty fast of Laney, you know. She there's 3 girls on her and she got past all of them. Just need to clean up that passing here for North, and again they're right back in it.
Downward with the ball here. Little turnover. Right to Merritt, over her head. Just a little unlucky there.
Yeah, nothing you can really do about that. Just fix up the passing. North's game plan, I know they haven't scored yet, but it's definitely been working decently considering they've gave up less goals here since that timeout and generating some more offense.
For sure.
So, yes, it's working. Just got to find those good looks.
Curtin taking down the ball, looking for a pass.
Overpass there.
Misses Prinster there. St. Dom still with the ball. And end of the first quarter here.
So, what did you see there in that first, Caden?
Little miscommunication on the Knights half, but wasn't not bad. Not to harp on or anything. Definitely comebackable. Just need to get some early goals here as we head into quarter 2. You know, don't harp on the pass. Just keep moving forward, and that should be A-okay.
Yeah, you can't look at those past mistakes. I mean, 2 of those goals were first minute or so. So, you know,
yeah, for sure.
You're just as capable to do the same thing here if you're North. And then for St. Dom, you know, you generated good offense, got 5 points.
Much defense work. Couple good saves by Nance.
Yeah.
It's a great defense. Nothing to shy away from. Just not much work back there. The Knights haven't been able to connect many passes in a row, and that's really killed them here.
We might see some substitutions here from St. Dom's side as, give their starters a little break here. Sitting on a nice 5-point lead.
Nothing too crazy to come back from. So Knights have scored a couple, known to score a lot of points here for the Knights, especially in past years with Kendra Schwob, but a big kicker not to have her this year. The past 4 years, scored a lot of goals, averaging almost 14 goals a game.
Yeah, almost hit that 400 mark, which, it's insane for someone to hit 100 goals in a season, let alone almost 400.
Almost 400, so. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Definitely the missing piece, and it's shown early on in the season, as they've only scored 4 goals total so far. Again, it's only a game and a quarter, so just definitely shows without their centerpiece.
Yeah, honestly, still trying to find that missing piece, trying to find that score.
For sure.
Got a pretty balanced approach, knowing that, is scoring all the goals here, so.
Yep, for sure. The presence of Laney has definitely helped the Knights, as they've looked better compared to the last game. You could see the hole right there. Their midfield has looked a lot better. Their offense hasn't put one in the back of the net here, but, the defense has just been really killing them.
And, I mean, in terms of, even leadership here, getting more passes in that last game, and aggression's a little bumped up here. So I think she's also bringing that piece to the table, too.
For sure. And Coach Pugh brings them in for a quick little huddle before taking the field here for quarter 2.
Looks like soccer's starting to get a little ready.
Yep, as we see both teams start to head out on the pitch. A little technical difficulty there as Duchenne's field was not ready. So it was played on grass. Would be very muddy for both teams to be able to play.
Yeah. Not be pretty, but.
No, not really at all, actually.
North has a nice field here. Great conditions. Brand new, so.
Yep. Good with water, too.
Yeah. No problems here, so.
With those showers over the weekend, the end of the half of the week there, it was really bad, but the field is perfectly fine and playable.
Yeah. With Francis Howell North's prom getting canceled on Friday night.
That was a killer.
Yeah.
Everybody was all ready. They got there. Canceled.
For sure.
Looking at the Knights roster, they have a lot of 2029s here. As we see.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, a great program, they're bringing a lot of people. Sport's getting bigger, so.
Yeah, for sure. Just a lot of seniors and underclassmen.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of juniors. Oh.
Yeah.
And the draw here. They switch sides every quarter here.
Reminds me of like a NBA tip-off kind of too.
Yeah. Quan gets it, looks upfield. Little hezzy.
Switching
Connects
sides.
a pass to Kreckler. Running up the field at the top of the arc here.
Yeah.
Hands it off to Merritt.
They're moving with a purpose, it looks like. A lot more hustle here now. I don't know if it's because that break, but.
Loses it, passes it. Little ground ball here to Kreckler. Tips it up to herself here. Don't want to turn the ball over here. Larson.
Goal! Larson scored
Third
last
goal.
time out. Yeah. Looks like to be a pretty big piece here in that.
Yeah. Want to know
North.
what's said in that huddle because 37 seconds back into the game, Knights get one here early. Definitely a big goal if the Knights want to come back
Yeah.
here.
looking to play with some urgency here. I saw a lot of hustle on that play from North compared to St. Dom, but maybe, never know, St. Dom might.
Yep, catch them all asleep, and that's the end of the game.
For sure, for sure.
Back at the draw here. Kreckler taking it.
Defense looks ready on both sides.
The tension right here is like, wow.
It's like my heart's beating fast. Ball is live.
It's up.
It's in the air.
Whiff, swing and a miss for both of them. A little bit of baseball there.
Yeah. Again, pretty good passing from St. Dom.
Yeah, Lawson gives it up here.
Looking to find, honestly, a spot in the middle. That's the...
Oh, good kick save.
Yeah, but if you've looked at the St. Dom offense, they're always looking to push it towards the middle to find a goal. Not really a fan
Side
of
of
those...
the arc here for Prinster.
Not really a fan of those outside shots, it looks like, though.
Prinster, corner 3 here. Running in. Good save, post. Gwenny Roberts with the shot there. Knights looking to get some possession here. Back to Roberts.
Another...
Full defensive save there, right to the... And it looks like a minor.
Let's see what this one gets sorted out as.
Looks like it's going to be Knight's ball. Something with the face here. Looks like somebody got hit.
Again, they're just bumping up the aggression. Can't really...
Oh, looking like it's going to be Crusaders' ball here, actually.
Yeah.
Unlucky turn of events for the Knights. You know...
Goalie looks ready.
Yeah, big thing here, just make a save for your team so they can get it.
Yeah, so they're
score
right
more
back
than
in,
you give up. That's the name of the game.
You give up a goal right here, it's still just basically 5-0.
Prinster with the shot way over. Knights ball here. You know, great defense there.
Yeah.
And great attacking defense there from the Crusaders. Gives it to the goalie here.
Looks to push the ball upfield.
You know, the Knights do like to just chuck it and run and throw it.
Yeah.
But got to find some passes here. Is another turnover. That's the... Can't get it out of your own backfield. That's going to hurt you in the long run.
Yeah, and if you're going to do that, you got to throw it farther than that. You can't give it up at the 30-yard line. You got to go to midfield probably.
Yeah. Crusaders just trolling around the top of the arc here, running in. Gives it up.
Pretty stable passing.
You know, at the side here. Passes back to the side of the net here. Looking for somebody to run in maybe. Cut across.
Yeah. Can't have
Cuts
careless.
At the top here. Can't connect the pass. Gets the ground ball in front of the net. Goal.
Another goal. As the
Wisniewski
Crusaders take a lead 6-1. So that cancels out North's goal here. 6-1. Again, from North side, I've seen a lot of careless turnovers really close to that goal side, which, you know, is a major reason they're out of it right now, too.
Yeah, for sure. One of the biggest things I'm seeing here is when the Knights, whenever they do get some good defense going, is when they're working out of their backfield, they just kind of throw it down there and just is nobody really.
Yeah, for sure.
Which sometimes works. I've seen teams where they do it and it works just well for them, but there's just nobody there and they can't connect the pass and it's just right back in their own net. Quant with the draw, fouled maybe.
It looks like they will call that too.
Yep.
But yeah, with what you were saying about the passing is, I think that's just chemistry. You know,
Larson's got 5 on her. I'd run away too. Ground ball here, scooped up. Crusaders
looking for a foul.
Downer
Didn't get
on
it.
the wing here.
Yeah.
Just kind of rolling around with the ball here behind the net. Gives it up. Looking for a pass right in front of the net. Good save. And that is Isabella Lash in goal there. Made a couple great saves, keeping the Knights in the game. Also giving up a couple goals, but nothing to take away. She's had a couple great saves so far. She flings it down just right to the Crusaders. That's the thing that's killing them right there, the Knights.
Yeah.
You know, Crusaders have been connecting passes, as they don't right there.
Honestly, if I'm a North right here and can't get any passes, I'm just trying to run down that field as far as I can. If your passes aren't connecting,
Yeah, for sure.
can't lose the ball.
Definitely not an easy thing to
Yeah.
do either. Connecting passes is very hard, but it's just something St. Dom is picking up on, and the Knights aren't. So we are 6 minutes in to the second quarter here.
Not a lot of fouls compared to a
Games.
normal high school girls lacrosse game, so that's a good sign here
For
for
sure.
both teams.
Quant picks this one up. This is going to be a penalty against the Knights here.
Speaking too early today.
Yep, for sure. Looks like a major there.
Looks like the team's having a little huddle with the goalie right now. Just trying to maybe give him some words of motivation, trying to keep him in check and make sure everyone's good.
Coach Pugh out there right now, having a little meeting with the referees, getting everything squared away before we're underway here.
Yeah, I think she's a little mad about a call a call that there wasn't earlier, but I felt like should have been. Obviously, she agrees and seems frustrated with it, just trying to get everything sorted out.
Yep. For just checking in here, we're 6 minutes and 33 seconds underway here. Score 6-1 in the Crusades' favor. And we're in the second quarter. It's a little windy out there for sure.
Yeah. Definitely starting to pick up some more wind here in the second half.
Yeah. Not perfect weather, but it sure is nice compared to some other days.
Yeah, compared to this weekend for sure.
Rather it be windy than rainy.
Yeah.
When it rains, it pours.
And if you're just checking in here, there is soccer game here at North upcoming too.
Can't make it for the lacrosse game. Be sure to check out the girls' soccer game here at 6. Will not be a live stream for it, but if you would like to pop out, FHN Stadium.
Oh. Just speaking with the teammate, both sides speaking with their teammates here as Coach Pugh is talking with the refs. Honestly, probably just game planning a little and
Yeah, bit of a mix-up here, but hopefully the Knights are having some productive talk down there, or maybe some laughs and a cartwheel right there.
a little cartwheel.
Yeah, just hopefully it plays well for the Knights and get a goal here, get right back into the game. 6-2 sounds a lot better than 6-1 to me. Maybe not some game talk, but a little distractions always help. I know in the baseball world, whenever you have a mound visit, your catcher comes up to you and he just makes you laugh. That always helps me settle down and throw strikes and get us out of the jam. So hopefully that's what the Knights are doing in lacrosse terms here.
For sure.
Getting a couple of goals, getting back into the game.
Just trying to brighten up that mood now.
Yeah, for sure. Have some fun out there. It's just a high school game after all. There's going to be plenty of others.
Early in the season,
Yeah.
Just honestly trying to find your team's identity and
this is a long meeting here with the refs and the coaches here. Coach Pugh's been coaching the Knights here for a couple years. Very successful seasons in the past. And as this season's underway, looking for another one. Very good coaching career so far.
yeah. Pretty sure she also did swim, if I'm not wrong.
Yep, sure did.
Coach swim for a little bit.
And seems to break it up here. Coach Pugh hustling to the sideline here. Doesn't look to be too upset about it.
Yeah. Ref's talking to Lainey Quant now. Wonder what that's
all about.
Yeah.
My guess is it's going to be either a drop ball here or a Crusaders ball at the top of the arc here.
That'd be my guess as well.
Yep, and it looks like Crusaders ball here at the top of the 8.
Goalie's just getting warmed up, ready after that long interaction with coaches and refs.
You know, the last one went over the top of the net here. You got to get this one on target. Stick save by the goalie.
Yeah. Quick reaction time, too.
Yep. And it's just the lack of connecting passes here. It's going to be top of the arc again for the Crusaders. Try this again here. It's Lawson here this time. The attempt, you know, got one over, got one right at the goal, you know, aim for a post here maybe. And another save.
Like I said, obviously you're not going to save them all, but goalie's done a pretty good job at saving a lot of them here for North's sake.
Jake's taking it up the wing here.
Little,
you know, to Quant there. Little, you know, that's the lack of connecting passes for you. That'll cause a lot of turnovers for a team.
Kreckler.
Larson taking it up the field there. Middle. Top of the arc, working in. Trying to connect a pass to Quant. To Merritt at the top. Swings it again. Kreckler looking for something. Just something here.
Just got to get back in that game.
You know, tries to get it to Quant. Good defense. Keeps it away. Swings it upfield. Connects a pass to Prinster. You know, at the top of the arc, just ran 30 yards. Nobody touched, even.
Yeah, no contact there either.
Little miscommunication there. Lawson and Illy there. And goal.
Another goal here for St. Dom as it's 7-1.
Grace Illy there with a 7-1 goal there.
If you're North here now, you just can't look at the past, can't change it. You can only build up on the future now.
Yep. Only ways up.
For sure. No looking back. Can't lose motivation here.
You know, a lot of people have been talking about this as we go for the draw here. What's a sport that reminds you of lacrosse? Like, what is the most alike sport to lacrosse?
For me, I would say hockey, just because of all these, you know, fouls and draws, and I mean the goal's pretty much the same here. I've heard soccer too, though.
Yeah.
What would you say?
You know, even football. This might be a crazy take. I think it's a lot like football almost. You know, not
for sure
4 downs and chucking touchdowns up there, but definitely close in the sense of throwing passes and catching and interceptions and all that. You know.
And really the aggressiveness, too.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely the rough as Prinster takes this one down the sideline here.
It's not a crazy take.
No.
Not ridiculous.
You know, I would say it's all of them combined, but definitely a lot like football for sure.
Yeah.
Downard with this one. Looking for a pass, just kind of nonchalant with the ball here. Little reminds me of Cameron Ward, one of the top NFL draft prospects. As the Knights give up another goal, 8-1. You know, a little frustration from the offense here. Hasn't had many chances. Definitely could have capitalized on a couple more, but not enough to make this a tie game here so far.
definitely losing some motivation here.
Yeah.
As this game is happening. But yeah, I think this game just has came down to turnovers. You know, if you compare North's turnovers to St. Dom's, you're gonna see the reason St. Dom is up 7 right now.
And that goal is by Lewuski, your second in the game. Kuckler for the draw for the Knights here. Looking to win one.
Yeah. Can only imagine how it is to be inside that draw there. A lot of tension. Got to wait for that whistle.
You know, St. Dom is really just dominating on this half here. You know, not a lot of action for the Knights. So we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left of the first half here.
Yeah, they had North there had a little bit of...
With the open look, saved.
North had a little moment of some offense, but again, just going back to that defense now, how they were to begin the game with. Wonder if they plan on switching the game plan up a little as the game goes on.
Goal.
Another goal for St. Dom.
Prinster with that one. First or second of the game.
What do you think's been the problem with this North defense here, Caden?
I think it's just the lack of, captain and, they just really don't have a captain down there. It's really upfield is where the seniority is. All the attackers are upperclassmen. The midfield is primarily upperclassmen, too. It's just the defense doesn't really have a leader down there.
For sure. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Obviously, experience plays a big factor here, especially in a sport like this where multiple athletes are new to the sport. And it's showing here.
For sure. Nothing against the Knights' defense at all.
Yeah, for sure. But
they've definitely been playing some good. It's just
not a lot of
being
experience.
Able to get out of their own end has kept them from scoring here. And when you can't get it out of your own half, the other team has it, they're going to score a couple times. And Crusaders have definitely taken advantage of that.
For sure. Yeah, the Crusaders' offense has a lot of seniority. A lot of older, more experienced players on that offense, which is a mismatch against the young North
Kreckler
defense.
Taking a 3-on-1 here. Gets around him. Looking for a pass to Larson. Looking for a pass here. Kind of chucks it to Merritt. Open look here for Merritt. In front of the goal.
Goal!
Is this the dagger? 2-9. So the Crusaders are still up here. That is Merritt's second goal of the season.
For sure. That's another one of those seniors here at North.
Kind of reminds me of Caitlin Clark, actually.
Yeah? And how is that so?
You know, great shooter.
Great shooter, yeah. Shooters are going to shoot.
Give me 3. And the Knights at the draw here. Ari Larson. Taking a couple. Biggest win percentage from draws here for the Knights. Chucks it up. You know, St. Dom is really winning those 50 balls, and that's definitely been a factor here today.
For sure.
A little hezzy juke action there.
Well,
Spin
Lamar
move.
Jackson.
Yeah.
As the
Almost
goalie gets
own goals
it.
there as the Knights. Lash just kind of chucks it up to nobody again.
Yeah.
Made some great saves. Just the passing is really and a push. I'm gonna guess there. Yeah.
I think that was
coming out. Oh no, just kidding.
I think that was a little bit of a overreaction from St. Dom's side, but
Yeah.
you know, what will get you those calls is what you're gonna try to get. So.
Yep, for sure.
If you have to do that, you have to do it.
You know, one of the techniques Quant uses for the Knights is definitely trying to get fouled in the arc here to get a penalty. And
yeah.
Works just like soccer, kind of. You know,
another foul here, it's looking like.
Yep, definitely a big factor in lacrosse is fouling. Seen a lot of it today. And we got 50, a little under a minute here for the Knights to try and come back here in the first half. Well,
saved.
Great save there.
Yeah, pretty close too. So
That
great
was
save.
Mass in there looking for the goal. No good. Controlling the sideline. You know, St. Dom has done a very good job of that.
Yeah, and I
Esther at
think
the top of the arc here.
that sideline action is because St. Dom's enforced that middle so much that they're thinking they're not going to account for those sidelines, you know? North's defense.
Minor there for the... Oh, picks it up. Kreckler takes a 3-on-1, passes it to Larson. Looking for an open pass. Vera right there. Can't catch it, but got some space. And end of the first half. The Knights looked good there for a second. Connecting some passes almost. Had an open look. Just couldn't get anything going.
Sure.
we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Back
Fire second half here. Slaney Quan takes the draw here for the Knights.
looking to get some second half action underway.
Yep, should be a good one. Win the second half. That's objective here.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Duke versus Houston recently, came down to that final 2 minutes. So,
and hopefully this doesn't mirror the first half as the Crusaders get one really early here. Swings it. And I think, all right. Sorry, guys. And the Crusaders get that one early. Princeton getting their second or third one of the day here. Hat trick action. Not something you were looking to see there. Is kind of called it not in the Knights' favor there. Scoring 12 seconds in. It's never a great thing to look forward to.
yeah, what advice would you give to North here if you're the coach?
I would have to say let's score some and let's not give up some. That's the name of the game. Score more than the other team.
For sure.
Ref pulls a little, gotta be quicker than that. They're back for the draw here. Quant taking the majority of them today. And it's up.
She gets.
Ground ball.
Ooh.
Oh, Hesse. Spin move. Pull it back. Gives it to Kreckler. Commit.
Oh, loses the ball. Wide open field up ahead.
Yep. Princeton got green grass up ahead. Oh, a little bit high. Goalie coming out.
Recovers.
Retreats it. Nowhere to go. Connects a pass there. Oh, little check there. Advantage taken.
Runs by 3 defenders here. Still taking it up.
Slowing down a little bit, but still going.
I mean, that's bound to happen after running 70 yards, so.
Fair here. At the Curry spot of the arc, as you could say.
Calming down a little bit here, just trying to find something wide open.
Looking for a look here.
Yeah. Maybe that's the approach,
screen.
though. Maybe you're
Kreckler
trying to.
drives. No looks.
Maybe you're trying to slow
Swings
down
it behind
the
the goal, right to the goalie. And a little goalie change. Chamberlain is back in for the Crusaders. As Princeton takes this one up.
Attacking the middle again.
Just
Wild
chucks that
shot,
one up. A
yeah.
little selfish there. But, once you score 3 goals, just kind of keep trying to tack them on. And post save right there. It's the new Knights goalie. Checks in. Conlin, the freshman. No. This is right there. My bad.
Looks like a shot here for St. Dom.
Little penalty shot here. Misses wide. Kind of like a field goal.
Yeah. Just over
Top
the
of
head.
the arc. Good save. Oh, little tripping foul. Quant's really good at drawing those for the Knights. This one's coming out. Unless they trick us. Yep, Knights ball. Van Horn taking this one up from behind. Little foul.
In this second half, she's been getting double teamed quite a bit.
Yeah. Pressure's big for the Knights here. It's getting to him 3-on-1 here. Tries not to go out of bounds. And gives up the ball. Little penalty there. Little flag.
Again, trying to attack the middle here for St. Dom.
Slaswowski. Princeton at the top of the arc. Save. Chucks that thing.
Again, I don't think that's the right approach here for Howell North. been proven not to work. So
Yeah, the long ball has not been working here for the Knights for sure. It's not all bad passes. Knights ball here. It's not all bad passes. It's a couple bad receptions here. Not being able to receive. It's both ends here. It's not just the goalie throwing some bad passes. It's also the receivers not being able to catch the ball. It's a mutual thing here.
for sure.
It is Vera takes this one.
Again, another double team early.
And ground ball, foul.
Going North's way.
Definitely would be annoyed if I'm a Crusaders fan here. Some great defense. Traps already.
Yeah.
And turnover. St. Dominic has been doing that great, trapping the defender. The Knights have been a very one-on-one defense, not trapping and enclosing and making them pass out.
For sure, and I think that fact, if the Crusaders can get past one defender, then they have a clear lane to score. So, might want to switch that up here if you're the coach for North.
Laswowski drives in here, looking for a pass, tipped. One of the big things here is St. Dominic. They like to trap, and then the Knights don't really have any options. The Knights need to become more options, and whenever they do become options, they can't get a pass out, which is St. Dominic's doing really well with their defense. So Knights get this one, their favor coming out here, top of the arc. It's very hard to not have turnovers if you're constantly trapped and there's nobody open and you're just forced to make a bad pass, a very hard pass. It's like try to connect a couple here for Jake's running up the field here.
If you're trapping, then someone's always going to be open. So you got to think about that too. If you're
Barrett, a little hezzy, taking this one at the top of the arc here,
all the way,
fumbles it. Missed goal is Chamberlain here, kicks it out. In the football sense, fumble, it's very much like a turnover. Turnovers, a lot of stuff compared to football and terminology.
Yeah.
Prinster taking it up here. Great defense by Van Horn there. She takes it out. And takes a little run on the track there. Should be Knights ball.
Just seems a little frustrated.
And substitution, Prinster. Couple goals for her tonight. Very good game. Checks out for Downard. Van Horn chucks that thing to midfield.
Another Hail Mary there.
Works. Maybe doesn't work out, but just kind of to nobody.
I don't think that risk is worth the reward here for those Hail Marys.
Good interception there for St. Dominic. As Roberts, who scored the first goal today, looking in.
Trying to hit that middle again. Going out to the
running
outside.
Around. Great defense. Good 6 save. Oh.
Back to the goalie.
Treckler showing off her skills there. Oh, maybe not.
Another Hail Mary pass.
Yeah, just not Tom Brady out there, Once you perfect it, you're Aaron Rodgers, you're good. But until then, stick to the short passes and connect a couple, which is the Knights lack. Quant takes this one up. Open left side here. Takes it herself and fumbles it right to the goalie.
Yeah, I saw a few options she could have had there, but
and Knights ball here. And Kettinger's got a coat down there finally.
Taking some pictures for FHNtoday.
Should be some good ones.
Yeah.
Just glad he's got a coat down there.
Just complaining about it.
Top of the arc here. Goal!
And now the score is 11-2.
Number 9,
St.
Josie
Dom.
Masson, her second of the night. No, like you said earlier, hockey. Speaking of hockey, Alex Ovechkin, he broke the record for goals. He's at almost 700 now. Hey, how do you feel about that?
I'm not a big hockey guy, but, you know, great for him.
Yep. Excited to see him get 700 here. Big Gretzky guy. All right, we're here for the draw now. Quant back at it. Wins this one. Just kidding. Yep. Wins it. Not kidding.
Gotta get a pass off here as she's getting
just kind of running
pressed,
with it.
yeah.
Running wild and free. Looking for a pass, kind of nonchalant here in front of the net. Tips off the top of the stick and intercepted. Trying to beat out the goalie there. Can't. And it's going to be Knight's ball here at the wing. A little confusion here. Yellow ball kind of blends in with the Knights logo here.
Yeah. If you're the Knights here, you got to attack the middle. You know, that's what St. Dom's been doing, and it's been working for them. But North's been, once they get in the middle, they just try to pass it off, and it's in a crowded lane.
You know, connect a couple of passes here. Hopefully, yep, there we go. You know, swinging it off the wing here. Looking for an open stick here. Merritt at the top of the arc. Curry spies, you could say. Dumps it off to Laney.
Recovers.
Drives for honor. Doesn't care. Looking for a pass here behind the net. Goalie's out.
No one really open here on north side.
Just kind of running.
Yeah. A lot of double teams, triple teams here too.
And a yellow card. Didn't even know we could have those. Sent off Olivia Roberts there. Defenseman. And Quan's been very good at those. You know, getting fouled at the top here. Should be Knight's ball.
Yeah.
Not seeing it, but
A little bit of waiting
okay.
here, but
if you're just checking in here, 11-2 with a minute 35 here. Crusaders lead. We are in the third quarter here.
ball is about to be live, it looks like.
Don't know who has the ball. That's okay. Oh, Quan has the ball at the wing. Surprise. And looks like a
Another foul.
hand gesture behind the referee's head. Laney takes it again.
North's definitely got a lot more penalties, just haven't capitalized on those yet here.
You know, definitely would be a game changer here if Quant can make a couple here. Would be a flag on the play. And another defenseman set off. This time Riffle. And the Knights should capitalize here, having a 7-on-5 here, plus a goalie.
Refs are talking it out right now. Looks like it's about to get settled.
Should be underway here in a second. With a minute 6 left to go. Crusaders lead 11-2. Second half here. Quant, shot on goal. That definitely looked like a goal to me.
Yeah, that is a goal. There you go,
Quant,
3-11.
First goal of the season there for her. First game. A little celebration there.
There we go. There's a spark to maybe start a comeback. Ref's still talking it out here close to that 20-yard line. Just looking to get everything under control and settled out, I guess.
Yeah, for sure here.
Taking their time, too.
Kreckler at the draw here. Oh, forgot the ball there. Silly goose. A good goal there for the Knights. And the draw here, a little tension. You know how it is. And
maybe like a false start or something.
Yeah, a little yappage there. Don't really mind that. And they're off. Oh, almost won that one. Little ground ball action.
Yeah, St. Dom coming fast down the field.
Good takeaway there. Oh, can't hold on to it. Ball's all over the place. St. Dom possession here. Yeah. Lawson still here with the ball. Going in. Just kicks it out. Behind the net here. Nobody really open.
Yeah, obviously.
Goalie's off their line.
Not worried about scoring that much here with a 8-point lead, so they can take their time.
Goalie save. Chucks that thing to Merritt. Can't receive it. Looking for the other off. Yep. Ground ball here. Can't pick it up from the attack.
Just another one of those Hail Marys.
Yeah. It's hard to receive and hard to throw it all the way down there. And that's the end of the third here. Looking into the fourth, you know.
What are you hoping to see as this fourth quarter goes underway?
You know, obviously, very unlikely to win this, but the important thing is to come out with your head high, have some fun, you know, win the half. Still doable here. So it was 9-2, and now it's 2-1. Definitely a better half so far. You know, Knights looking to have a better half and win this one.
For sure. I think they'll definitely try to get their momentum going. Hopefully it will carry into next game for them. And, you know, if you can score a few goals now, you'll have the confidence going into next game.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully be set up better for next game.
At the end of that third quarter, we did start to see some double teaming from Howell North side on St. Dom, and looked pretty successful in some parts.
Yeah,
so
for
I
sure.
think they'll continue to do so.
Interesting to see what the Knights will do here on this half. Both the Knights and Crusaders, actually, if they're full throttle here or put in the younger people to get experience here. Wonder what they'll do.
Yeah, so what do you think the Crusaders should do if you're their coach in this situation here?
You know, I would keep a couple people out there that will make sure the Knights aren't just, you know, scoring and coming back, but get some of the younger players some experience in there. And for the Knights, you know, first couple minutes, I would say go full throttle, try and get this game going, get a comeback here. And if it's not seeming to work and if they keep scoring on us, I would say it's time to give some experience to the younger fellas.
Yeah. Class at 2027, class at 2028. Get some of those people
for
in.
Sure. And final quarter's underway here. So we're about to take the draw. Quant's back on the field.
Refs have been talking a lot. Don't know if it's just about their buddies or about some of those foul questions or.
Yeah, a lot going on.
Not sure, yeah.
A lot going on for sure.
But it looks like same rosters out here for North. Not a lot of switch-ups, and same for the Crusaders. But I think we will start to see some of those changes as the fourth quarter progresses.
Yeah, for sure. You know, kind of reminds me of soccer whenever you have to switch sides every half. It's every quarter, though, because soccer's only 2 halves.
Yeah.
But same thing with lacrosse here. You switch every, kind of like NBA, switch sides. Most sports do. Hockey does. Football does. Every sport does.
I wonder if that like affects the players at all. Like,
yeah, if somebody has a favorite side. I knew I always had a favorite side, whether it's left or right, but definitely on the home team, you'd rather be shooting on one side than the other, especially with the win. As Larson takes this one down, tripped up a little, but passes to Vera. Open midfield here. Not many people on defense. And loses that one. Ground ball here. And Crusaders pick that one up. Merritt with the defense. And
another foul here on this play.
Merritt goes down on that one.
A little tripped up, it looks like.
Looks like they're taking a knee here.
Yeah. She just tripped or did?
Oh, she hops right back up. Oh, goes down for the stick.
Yeah.
And seems to be fine walking off the field here. Trainer.
Honestly, that's like what it's all about. Sportsmanship.
Yep. And substitution here for the Knights. Should be good. Walking down to the... Yep, walking down to the athletic trainer here. Should get her good to go. And should be underway here in a second. Looks like it's going to be Crusaders ball here as they retain possession. That was a good one. As we're back, Crusaders dump that one off. You know, kind of works as, Knights just chuck it back in their own territory.
They received
Jakes
that.
takes that one. You know, dump and run doesn't really work for a lot of teams, but when it works, it works. Little spoon move action. Mar Jackson, Hezzy type. Jakes keeps running.
Overpass there. And
Yeah,
the
just to
Crusaders
nobody.
receive. Yeah.
You know,
taking it down the field here.
little miss hand-eye coordination there. Just misses the receive. Tips it barely.
Goalie looks ready to receive a shot.
Carney gives that at the top of the arc here for Masson. He's got 2 goals today.
Good save.
Great save. Oh, little headshot there.
Yeah.
Sniper. Jake's spin move. Didn't even mean to do that, but
Yeah. And now there's 4 people on her.
5, 6,
Yeah.
6, 7. Oh. And Crusaders possession here. Oh, tripped up. Doesn't matter. She's back. Taking it. Oh, Hezzy spin move there. Doesn't even realize what's going on. Just kind of chucks that up. And
Way
a miss.
overshot. Goes all the way to the track almost, it looks like.
Crusaders retain possession still. Whew.
Crusaders don't have really like an urgent need to score, but you know,
not at all
they'll
here.
take a goal if they get it, so
Yeah, definitely no urgency here.
up
Lost
9
the ball
or
back in the
8 points here.
crease there. Oh, little fumble. You know, one of the different things about it is if you hit it out of bounds near the closest one, you still get the puck here, or the ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another foul on the play.
And flag.
Here.
Pushing. You know, that one's
Getting a
pretty
little
obvious.
violent, yeah.
What are we doing? And going to be Knights ball, hopefully. Or maybe not. Downward with it here. No rush here. As she shoots it, goal. Good goal.
12-3 here for Crusaders versus Howell North. If you're just joining us here, 8 minutes, 23 seconds left in this game.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter.
Not the result you're looking to see, but definitely some good takeaways. Laney Kwan's first game back, got a goal. Good at the draws.
Looks like they're having fun a little. Just talking it over.
Larson got her third goal of the season, and Lexi's back on the field. Lexi Merrick back on the field after getting her second goal of the season. So, definitely not a bad game at all. Their leading scorers are definitely getting their goals.
Definitely a learning experience, I would say.
For sure.
This team know their strengths and weaknesses now as they're on their second game. Just looking to come back for the next game and take the win.
For sure. As Kenna Schmidt takes that one in. She's got one goal on the day. And right in front of the net, can't hold on.
I thought I saw a foul there. Maybe not.
I didn't see it. Neither did the ref. Little no call maybe. All right, purple card maybe. Don't know what that's all about.
Yeah.
Kind of tripped over her own feet, but
looks like she's walking off here.
Little witch's broom there. And got to get sent off after that.
Yeah.
Can't go down without that.
At least just to talk to the trainer a little bit, but she seems fine. Just pause the game, I guess.
Yep.
7 minutes, 45 seconds here left in this fourth. Looks like we start to get back to more actions here.
Yep, for sure.
Just, looking to stay on the offensive side of the ball here.
Princeton back, goal.
Goal. And now St. Dom holds a 10-point lead over Francis Howell North.
And as of now, we get the turbo clock after 10 goals away from your opponent will result. In the turbo clock here. And the clock just keeps running. Doesn't go too fast. Same speed. Just doesn't stop on anything.
Yeah, it won't stop on fouls or
goals, anything. So
does it stop on injuries, do you know?
I don't believe so. Unless it's very serious.
Yeah, that makes sense. So just trying to finish this game off strong here if you're North. And if you're St. Dom, you have great confidence up here, up 10, going to the next game. Hoping it will go over to that next game for St. Dom.
Looks like an illegal substitution there for the Knights.
You don't see that a lot, though, either.
No. And looks like they're just going to redo the draw up here, maybe.
Yeah.
Or, yep. Just a legal substitution. Can't do that. Got to get in time. Fortunately, the Knights did not.
That only helps St. Dom as the clock moves down no matter what. So they get the ball back. And another goal here. 14-3. St. Dom leads.
Not an ideal turn of events here for the Knights, but
maybe we'll see some substitutions on both sides of the field here.
Little guitar action on the sideline for the Knights.
I think the biggest takeaways so far from this game here are, if you're North, obviously it's an off game. Just keep your head up and look forward to the next game. You scored some goals. You got Laney back. You got your whole team's healthy still. So, and if you're St. Dom, you scored 14 points here already.
Can't be mad about that. Princeton back at the little bully ball there. Some basketball terminology.
Another Hail Mary.
Can't find it. Lexi and Ari there. Little ground ball scoop. And,
And she's down the field.
Just kind of hit the burners on that one. Get inside. Spin move. Shot on goal, no good. Good save by Chamberlain there.
And that's not a bad shot. It's just, if you're the only one down there on that field, you don't really have many options.
Goalie action here is Nance, the starting goalie, is on the field here, playing midfield. Definitely want to get that goal. Kind of just chucks it up there. It looks like a foul, maybe. Maybe not.
Just keep playing.
This is the ground ball there. Kind of the Hail Marys are not the Knights thing here, as you can tell. And, three girls on you. You kind of just got to swing that out to your teammate there, Lexi, on the wing.
Yeah, then you got players uncovered and can get you a goal.
Oh, Quant there. Little stick to the head action. Very rare with a nice catch. And swatted out of the net. Yep. That's Knights ball there. Penalty.
3 minutes and 50 seconds here to go in this fourth quarter of action. The Crusaders lead 14-3 over your Francis Howell North Knights.
Yep. Chucks it over there.
Shot, yeah.
That kind of works out because there's a teammate right there for her.
Yeah, there's no Knights in the area, so don't really have to worry about that.
Not much to worry about. The bad passes there because there's nobody guarding them. And Downer, pass deflected there.
Turns on the Jets, trying to go on a 4v1 break. 5v1.
Yeah, just taking on everybody there. Nope, never mind. Knights ball, let's go. And kind of three girls all around her. Chucks it up to, still got time on her back there. The starting goalie there.
Sure. St. Dom testing out some new things. Guess you can do that when you have a lead like this here.
Yep, for sure. It's always fun in other sports whenever you see the goalie come out.
Like soccer goalie Carson Howard.
Carson Howard did that. Jack Stover did that a couple years ago. It's always fun seeing that, especially on senior night. And especially when they get a goal, it's pretty cool. See that goalies are athletes too. Always fun when the pitcher gets an at-bat in a baseball game. And can't connect that one to Downard there.
Yeah, but like you're saying, lacrosse is no different,
Yeah.
Getting that goalie out of the goal.
Goalies are athletes too.
Overshot there by the Crusaders.
Just missed the soccer net there. And no school tomorrow. Just word in. Must be a snow day or something. Just joking, guys. Not a snow day. It's nice and pretty outside today. A little chilly, but see some blankets and some hoodies and some jackets. But for the most part, it's pretty nice.
If you're running all
Princeton with her 4th or 5th goal tonight. Give her the sombrero hat for that one.
Yeah, if you're running all over the field, that's pretty good weather, though, out here tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe a little windy, but...
Can't complain.
Yeah.
Better windy than rainy. And this makes the score 15-3 here with 50 seconds left, under a minute here. Very slow action here now. So we
just
get the draw away here.
I don't think any teams are looking to score here.
Nope.
Just sportsmanship. What you're supposed to do, just finish the game off and look forward to the next one.
Wouldn't be too mad if the Knights got a last-second goal here. Little last effort.
Yeah. A little foul action.
Yep, 20 seconds left. Know if I'm the goalie playing.
I don't even know if they'll get it out or just end the game here.
Yeah. Might just there's no runoff. Might just hold it. Kind of like basketball. And she's got no. Oh, she starts to run a little bit. The only thing really fun there to do is to get it to the goalie there and just let her have at it.
And that is your game.
Knights with the final score of 15-3. Crusaders win that one.
Tough match for the Knights, and they look forward to the next one.
I'm Jackson. I'm Caden. I'm here with
Jackson.
And it's a great game. Signing off. FHN Game Day.
See you next time.
Yes, sir.